allowed.
Video shared on social media shows a high school teacher using the N-word at least twice in a Missouri classroom. Mary Walton, a 15-year-old student, disturbed, began filming.
I'm not calling anyone. I understand. I can say the word.
Oh gosh, our education system is really in a place, particularly in the place of Springfield Public School District. There, they ended up suspending Mary Walton for 3 days for violating the school's phone policy, all because she captured her geometry teacher using the N-word several times in class. And I'm sure she wasn't just recording him for fun, but knew that he was going to be dropping the hard R. Now, once that video went viral, well, the unidentified teacher, because of course we have to protect his identity, well, he was put on leave, and the principal sent a letter to families addressing the incident. You can see in this letter here, calling it inappropriate and inexcusable for the teacher to be using that language. Now, while Walton was suspended, well, the teacher's fate has emerged, and the school stated this yesterday. The teacher, who was initially placed on administrative leave following the situation at Glendale High School, is no longer employed by Springfield Public Schools. We received a resignation from that teacher. That's very nice that they allowed him to go ahead and resign. I recognize there could have been the possibility that he is part of a union, and so firing him without going through the process could have been a problem, so I'll leave that there. But still, the fact that the school went ahead then and doubled down on its position in terms of suspending Walton from school, yeah, that's kind of wild. They claim that she violated the school's phone policy, which is this in particular. The student handbook specifies that those who inappropriately use an electronic device, like a phone in class for recording or publishing images of staff, faculty, or other students, can be subject to up to 3 days of out of school suspension for a first offense. That is incredibly wild. Can be, that says that there is considerable discretion among those in positions of power. And instead of applauding this girl for capturing a teacher providing an entirely wild, hostile education environment there, they instead punish her by sending her up to home for 3 days. This is very difficult for me to process.
Sometimes you need to break the rules for what's right. And this rule does not have it's inappropriate use is their rule, but this would absolutely be appropriate use for a video. When there is misconduct or illegal activity occurring, indisputable, irrefutable evidence is absolutely beneficial in situations like this. We have a room full of teenagers, and if they had gone to the administration with only their word, who knows exactly how long an investigation would have taken, who knows if they would have been believed, but being able to provide documented evidence such as this is absolutely essential for situations this or worse.
She's absolutely right. The fact is that why punish her for exposing something that is incredibly inappropriate? Why? The thing is that the message that these principals really want to send is that we're not interested in you actually providing documentation of the misconduct of the adults around here. We're interested in your silence. And that's exactly what this is gonna do. It's gonna chill other students who are otherwise going to capture the misconduct engaged in by the adults around them. I am a huge proponent of high schoolers carrying phones for this very reason, because the adults around them need to be held accountable, because otherwise they go on power trips and they engage in this berating behavior that they have gotten away with for years. Jessica.
Yeah, the teacher didn't say the N-word once, but twice, and it's recorded. Okay, so a teacher uses a racial slur in a classroom. The kid records it on his cell phone. Who is in trouble in this situation in Missouri? It's the kid who recorded it. And I can understand that teachers have unions and there's a process for firing. There should be a zero tolerance policy for racial slurs. Deal with the union afterwards. Fire the teacher before they have a chance to resign, and only resign after the video is released and there's some backlash for it. Clearly, it's obvious that the teacher was the one in the wrong here. And what are we teaching kids by allowing this student to be suspended? We're teaching kids, okay, that if you hold authority accountable, there's consequences. It's literally conditioning kids to grow up in a corrupt society and not try and hold people in power accountable. Kids are very impressionable. And when you have this in your schools, you're really conditioning people to be subservient citizens. We have a corruption problem in the United States of America, and we teach kids from a very young age to not question authority when authority is very obviously in the wrong. That's absurd. We've got to change that. That has to be changed in our schools. And they have a chance to do something right. They could say, you know what, we had this wrong. We have a zero tolerance policy for this, but it's Missouri, and I don't expect that to happen.
No, I don't expect that either. And the fact is that, again, you have children able to document this misconduct. If you truly care about these children, you care about their education, you care about their safety, then you should be happy that the student did that, to have that evidence so you could terminate this person for cause without question. And instead to decide to punish her, it really just speaks to the fact that our system, as you noted, Jessica, is structured such that the punishment and penalty is upon the one who exposes the problem. And we see that in work environments to this very day, where we see people who stand up to the abuser, stand up to the misconduct, are the ones who end up suffering as whistleblowers. And like you said, the goal here is to ensure that these young people not only remain uneducated by not being able to learn in these environments, but also remain subservient